Hey there, are you staring at a SNAP renewal notice from the state of Minnesota right now? Kind of wondering how to navigate the online system without making a mistake that delays your grocery funds? Especially if this is your very first time doing it online? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're breaking down the entire Minnesota SNAP online renewal process step by step, so you can secure your nutritional security with absolute confidence.
Look, we've all been there. Getting official, time-sensitive mail from a county human services office can literally instantly induce panic. You've got the bureaucratic language, the strict deadlines, the very real fear of losing access to essential benefits. It's completely understandable if you're feeling overwhelmed right now. But take a deep breath. We're going to transform this potentially stressful chore into a simple, logical checklist. By the end of this explainer, you're going to know exactly what to click, what to upload, and exactly what to expect.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. 1. The basics of SNAP. 2. Starting your online renewal. 3. Uploading documents. 4. Reporting changes. 5. What happens after submitting. And 6. Some important reminders.
Let's dive right into Section 1, the basics of SNAP.
So, before we get into the paperwork and the digital portals, let's just briefly ground ourselves in what this program actually does. As you likely know, SNAP stands for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It's really designed to help stretch your monthly food budget. The state issues these benefits on an electronic benefit transfer, or EBT card. And it works exactly like a debit card at authorized grocery stores, farmers markets, and even select online retailers. But it's always a good idea to remind ourselves of the limitations, right? Your EBT card cannot be used to purchase hot, ready-to-eat foods, things like rotisserie chickens or deli soups. It also strictly prohibits the purchase of alcohol, tobacco, vitamins, household cleaning supplies, and pet food. It is strictly for human groceries.
Moving right along to Section 2, starting your online renewal.
Now that we're grounded in the basics, let's start the digital paperwork. And wow, okay, here is a massive, counterintuitive quirk you absolutely need to know. You might spend 10 minutes scanning the MN Benefits homepage looking for a button that says Renew My Benefits. Stop looking. It doesn't exist. To renew your SNAP benefits, you actually must click the button that says Apply Now. Yep, the state's digital architecture routes annual renewals through the exact same user interface as first-time applications. Knowing this one single fact is going to save you a ton of frustration.
So here is your exact sequence of actions. First, open your browser and go to mnbenefits.mn.gov. Second, confidently click that Apply Now button. Third, you'll begin entering your personal identifiers. That's your full legal name, date of birth, and social security number. And finally, and hey, this is a pro tip for streamlining your renewal, you're going to be prompted for your Maxis case number. This is a 7- or 8-digit number you can find on your county approval letter or your EBT Edge portal. Entering this number is highly recommended because it acts like a homing beacon. It ensures your digital paperwork goes straight to your active existing file rather than just floating around the system.
All right, Section 3, uploading required verification documents.
When it comes to state benefits, simply telling them your situation hasn't changed? Yeah, that isn't enough. You have to prove it. These proofs are what the state officially calls verifications. When you renew, the system is going to ask you to verify a few key elements of your life. The most common required verifications include your identity, your income, which usually just means recent pay stubs, your residency in Minnesota, and your current rent or utility costs. My biggest actionable insight for you here: gather these documents before you sit down to start the online renewal. Having them neatly organized in front of you will make this whole process drastically smoother and faster.
Honestly, the state has made document submission incredibly easy. Gone are the days of needing a clunky desktop scanner or paying for faxes. The MN Benefits portal is mobile optimized. You can literally just take a clear, high-resolution photo of your pay stub with your smartphone. Then, navigate to the bottom of the MN Benefits homepage, click Upload Documents, attach your photos, and hit Submit. The system will immediately generate a confirmation number. Take a screenshot of that number right then and there. That is your legal proof of compliance if your paperwork ever gets misplaced by the county.
Okay, Section 4, reporting important household changes.
So your annual renewal isn't just about confirming things are the same. It's actually your legal obligation to update the state on any life changes. And the absolute crucial point here is knowing your reporting type. The state generally divides SNAP recipients into two camps. On one side, we have 6-month reporters. These households only have to report a few very specific, major changes, and they have until the 10th of the following month to do it.
On the flip side, we have change reporters. These households must report a much wider array of changes, and they have a very strict 10-day window from the date the event actually happened to get it done. Let's break these down a bit more.
If you're a 6-month reporter, and by the way, this is the most common classification, you must notify the county if your household's gross monthly income suddenly exceeds 130% of the federal poverty level for your specific family size. You also got to report if a working member who is subject to work rules drops below 80 hours a month. And, interestingly enough, you have to report if someone in your household wins $4,500 or more from the lottery or gambling. Failing to report these triggers can lead to the state overpaying you, which, trust me, they will absolutely make you pay back later.
Now let's contrast that with change reporters. This category often includes households where all adults are over 60, or maybe they have certified disabilities with no earned income, or they're seasonal farm workers. If this is you, your triggers are a lot more sensitive. You must report within 10 days if your income shifts by more than $125, if you get a new job, if you move, if your rent changes, if someone moves in or out of your home, or if you start receiving new cash benefits like Social Security or unemployment. It's a whole lot to keep track of, so if you're ever in doubt, just call your caseworker.
Moving into Section 5. What happens after submitting?
So, you've clicked Submit, you've uploaded your verifications. Let's look at the actual processing timeline so you aren't just left guessing or, constantly worrying about your groceries. Step 1 is your digital submission. Step 2, and keep in mind this is mandatory for almost everyone, the county will contact you to schedule an eligibility interview. This is usually just over the phone. Step 3, the eligibility worker reviews the verifications you uploaded to ensure everything matches exactly what you said in your interview. And finally, Step 4, your case is officially recertified and your EBT card is queued up to reload on your normal monthly schedule.
But let's talk about the specific timing for a second. 20 days. By law, the county is required to schedule your mandatory eligibility interview within 20 days of receiving your MN benefits submission. Why is this so absolutely crucial? Because the absolute final deadline for the county to process renewal is 30 days. Scheduling the interview by day 20 gives you a 10-day buffer to track down and submit any extra surprise documents the caseworker might ask for during the interview. The big takeaway here? Submit your online renewal as early in the month as possible. Give yourself maximum breathing room.
Finally, Section 6. Important reminders and our disclaimer.
As we hit the home stretch, let's just cover a few final reminders. First up, guard your EBT card with your life. If you lose it, or if it gets stolen or damaged, replacing it is not a quick fix. You can't just walk into your local county human services office and ask for a new plastic card. It doesn't work that way. Replacement cards must be officially issued by the state, and they take 5 to 7 business days to arrive via standard mail. Furthermore, the state is going to automatically deduct a $2 administrative fee directly from your remaining SNAP or cash balance just to cover the cost of printing and mailing that new card.
And please remember, you do not have to navigate this alone. If the digital portal gets overwhelming or if you hit a frustrating roadblock, there are dedicated professionals ready to assist you. You can call the Minnesota Food Helpline at 1-888-711-1151. You can also reach out to MN Food Helper. That's a network of highly trained SNAP outreach specialists who are specifically tasked with helping folks organize their proofs and prep for interviews. And of course, you can always contact your local county or tribal nation human services office directly.
Okay, before we completely wrap up, I do need to share this brief legal disclaimer. The information provided in this explainer is based on guidelines available at the time of production. State and federal policies regarding public assistance can and definitely do shift. Viewers should always check the latest state resources, like mbenefits.mn.gov, or consult a local expert for current, personalized advice regarding your specific case.
Which brings us to the end of our journey. We've decoded the forms, highlighted that wild counterintuitive Apply Now button, laid out the required proofs, and mapped out the entire timeline. Now that you have the complete roadmap to navigate the MN Benefits portal with total confidence, are you ready to take control of your nutritional security and submit your renewal today? Gather those pay stubs, snap those photos, and get it done. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.